aago mẹ́jọ alẹ́ lù.
The news on Wells Radio 89.3 FM.
Hello and good evening. Here is the national news on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. We are reaching you live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alafi Avenue, Olawole, Estate, Ibadan. I am Kemisola Williams. First, proves 2 billion naira relief for Plateau attack victims. Senate confirms Yuguda's CBN Deputy Governor. Court stops INEC from recognizing ADC Caretaker Congress. JAMB extends 2026 direct entry registration deadline. In Oyo News Update, Governor Makinde urges electorates to choose leaders based on merit, not religion. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has approved 2 billion naira as relief support for victims of the March 29 attack in Agwad, Rukuba, just north local government area of Plateau State. The approval was said to fulfill a promise President Tinubu made during his emergency visit to just on April 2nd, after gunmen killed more than 27 residents returning from Palm Sunday church services. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Mohamed Duro, announced this during a meeting with a 32-member delegation of Plateau stakeholders at the State House in Abuja. Meanwhile, President Tinubu warned that the federal government will use its full authority against those found to be behind the recurring violence in Plateau State. He endorsed a new peace committee made up of former governors, directing them to review past conflict reports and submit recommendations for implementations. Away from that, the Senate has confirmed the appointment of Lamido Yuguda as Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, after considering a report by the Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions. Presenting the report today, the confirmation followed the consideration of a report issued by the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, which cleared the nominee as after a brief screening process. The committee chairman Adetokunbo Abiru disclosed that Yuguda is qualified for the position under Section 8, Subsection 1 of the CBN Act and had shown strong financial and monetary expertise during his assessment. The Federal High Court in Abuja has reserved the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from recognizing or participating in any Congress organized by the disputed caretaker leadership of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, in a judgment delivered by Justice Joyce Abdulmalik. The court also barred former Senate President David Mark and other party leaders from interfering with the functions and tenure of elected state executives. The judge held that only duly elected party organized under the ADC constitution have the authority to organize state congresses. The court further affirmed that the tenure of the state executive committee remains valid and must run its full course without interference. In education, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has extended the sale of direct entry application forms for the 2026-2027 academic section to May 8th, 2026. The board explained that the extension from the early April 25th deadline was aimed at giving quick opportunity to complete their registration and participate in the admissions process into tertiary institutions. The board also announced the approval of 5 additional registration centers across the country to ease pressure in high-demand locations and improve access for applicants. It added that all its offices nationwide, including professional registration centers and professional open for ongoing direct entry registration. The human angle story gunmen suspected to be bandits invaded a church in Eda, Oniyo, the Eje local government area in Ekiti State, killing a revivalist identified simply as Aregbe, injuring others, while an unconfirmed number of residents were feared adopted. It was gathered that the incident occurred during a revival section late yesterday at a Christ Apostolic Church, where worshippers had gathered for a special program. When contacted, the chairman of the major local government, Pius Alaba, said several people are still missing, adding that the exact number of those adopted could not yet be ascertained. As of time of filing this report, security agencies had yet to release an official statement on the attack. In Oyo News Update, Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has advised that leadership should not be determined by religion sentiment, but by capacity, vision, and commitment to the welfare of the people. Speaking during the farewell ceremony for Oyo State's 2026 Hajj intending pilgrim in Ibadan, Governor Makinde disclosed that some individual had approached him, insisting that a Muslim should succeed him as governor in 2027. He, however, maintained that religion should not be allowed to divide the people of the state. The governor urged residents to seek God's direction in choosing a competent and progressive-minded leader who would sustain development and serve the people diligently. Governor Makinde also announced the approval of 2 buses for the Pilgrims Welfare Board, noting that this would end the need for pilgrims to borrow buses for movements in Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. And lastly, in Oyo News, an All Progressives Congress governorship aspirant in Oyo State, Chief Adebayo Adilabo, has picked up the party's expression of interest and nomination forms to contest the 2027 governorship election. Adilabo, represented by his aide Ajiboye Akonde, obtained the form at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja, ending month of speculations over his next political move following his exit as minister. That's it on the national news for tonight. Before we end the news, here are the highlights. We informed you that President Bola Tinubu approved 2 billion naira as relief support for victims of the March 29 attack in Agwa-Rukuba, just north local government area of Plateau State. According to reports, Senate confirmed the appointment of Lamido Yukuda as Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria after considering a report by the Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions. A Federal High Court in Abuja restrained the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing or participating in any congress organized by the disputed caretaker leadership of the African Democratic Congress. We also informed you that the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board extended the sale of direct entry application forms for the 2026-2027 academic section to May 8th, 2026. In Oyo News Update, Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde advised that leadership should not be determined by religious sentiment but by capacity, vision, and commitment to the welfare of the people. The bulletin was compiled, edited, and also brought to you by Kemi Sola Williams. Ibukun Awoshika once said, "The only way you can do work safely is to do work well. Stay connected with us on all our social media platforms at Wells Radio 893. Like our Facebook page at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Listen live via our website at www.wellsradio893.com. Also, call or WhatsApp Wells Radio Newsroom on 091-6893-2000 for any eyewitness account. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
Filẹ̀ ẹ má yí kúrò Wells Radio 89.3 FM níbẹ̀ gangan lẹ wà.
Mo kí yín ẹ káalẹ́ ẹ sì kú iṣẹ́ látàárọ̀. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ilẹ̀ wa fún ti àṣálẹ́ tòní ló ń dé sétí ìgbọ́ yín láti ìkànnì West Radio 89.3 FM, ìkànnì kànga agbọ́nmágbẹ̀ tó kún fún omi ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye tí a kalẹ̀ sí òpópónà Láàfin Avenue, Olúyọ̀lé Estate, Ìbàdàn. Temitope Olawole ni oníròyìn yìí. Ṣáájú ẹgbọ́ àwọn kókó lè tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu buwọ́lu owó ìtọ́jú oní bílíọ̀nù 2 náírà fún àwọn tó fi ara gbá nínú ìkọlù tó wáyé ní Plateau. Ilé aṣòfin àgbà ṣe ìfìdímúlẹ̀ Yuguda gẹ́gẹ́ bí igbákejì gómìnà ilé ìfowópamọ́ àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa. Ilé ẹjọ́ mú ìdádúró débá INEC nínú ṣíṣe ìdánimọ̀ ètò àpérò àwọn olóyè fìdíhẹẹ́. Àjọ JAMB ṣe àfikún àsìkò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ fétò direct entry tọdún 2026 sí ọjọ́ kẹjọ oṣù karùn-ún. Nínú ìròyìn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, gómìnà Mákindé pàrọwà sí àwọn olùdìbò láti yan adarí lórí bí wọ́n ti ṣe dáńtọ́ sí láì fi tẹ̀sìn ṣe. Ìròyìn náà rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ti buwọ́lu bílíọ̀nù 2 náírà owó ilẹ̀ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó ìrànwọ́ fún ìtọ́jú àwọn ènìyàn lè tó fi ara gbá nínú ìkọlù ọjọ́ 29 oṣù kẹta ní Angwa Yokuda ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àríwá Jọ́ọ̀sì nípínlẹ̀ Plateau. Ìbuwọ́lù ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ lára ìmúṣẹ ìlérí ààrẹ Tinubu lásìkò àbẹ̀wò pàjáwìrì lè tó ṣe sílùú Jọ́ọ̀sì lọ́jọ́ kejì oṣù kẹrin lẹ́yìn tí àwọn agbébọn ṣekú pa àwọn olùgbé 27 léyìí tó ń bọ̀ láti ilé ìjọsìn. Mínísítà fún ìgbáyégbádùn ọmọnìyàn àti mímú àdínkù débá ìṣẹ́hun òṣì dókítà Mohammed Doro ló ṣe ìkéde yìí lásìkò ìpàdé ìlú Àbújá. Bákan náà ní ààrẹ Tinubu ṣe ìkìlọ̀ wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ yóò ṣe àmúlò gbogbo agbára lè tó wà ní ìkápá rẹ̀ láti gbéná wojú àwọn tó bá wà nídìí ìkọlù tó ń fi gbogbo ìgbà wáyé nípínlẹ̀ Plateau. Ó buwọ́lu àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ alálàáfíà tuntun eléyìí tí a ti rí àwọn gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí. Ilé aṣòfin àgbà ti buwọ́lu ìyànsípò Lamido Yuguda gẹ́gẹ́ bí igbákejì gómìnà ilé ìfowópamọ́ àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí a mọ̀ sí CBN lẹ́yìn àgbéyẹ̀wò ilé ìtìwé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìfowópamọ́ àti ìṣúná ilé tí wọ́n ṣe. Ìbuwọ́lù ọ̀hún ló wáyé lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n rí pé Yuguda yege ètò àyẹ̀wò. Alága ìgbìmọ̀ náà Adétòkùbọ̀ Abiru ṣàlàyé wípé Yuguda tọ́ sí ipò ọ̀hún ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìwé òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí wípé ó ní ìmọ̀ kíkún nípa ọ̀rọ̀ lè tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú owó. ilé-ẹjọ́ gíga tó fi ìlú Àbújá ṣe bùjókòó ti dá àjọ léè tó ń bójútó ètò ìdìbò lórílẹ̀‐èdè tí a mọ̀ sí ILEC lọ́wọ́ kọ́ lórí dídarapọ̀ tàbí ṣíṣe ìdánimọ̀ ìpàdé àpérò gbogbogbò kankan eléyìí tí àwọn adarí ìfìdí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Democratic Congress ADC léè tán bá ṣe nínú ìdájọ́ tó wáyé léè tí ó wá láti ẹnu onídàájọ́ Joyce Abdulmalik ní ilé-ẹjọ́ ọ̀hún ti fi òfin de ààrẹ ilé aṣòfin àgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí David Mark àti àwọn adarí tó kù nínú lílọ́wọ́ nínú àwọn ètò tó bá jẹ́ ti àwọn olóyè tí ẹgbẹ́ dìbò yàn wípé àwọn nìkan ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti ṣe ìpàdé àpérò kankan. àjọ tó ń bójútó ìdánwò àṣewọlé sílé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga lórílẹ̀‐èdè tí a mọ̀ sí JAMB ti ṣe àfikún sí àsìkò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ fún ètò direct entry tọdún 2026 àti 2027 sí ọjọ́ kẹjọ oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2026. àjọ náà ṣàlàyé pàtàkì ṣíṣe àfikún àsìkò ọ̀hún láti ọjọ́ karùndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹrin. bákan náà ni wọ́n ṣe ìkéde àwọn ibùdó ìforúkọsílẹ̀ 5 míì jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fún ìdẹ̀rùn àwọn olùkópa pẹ̀lú àlàyé wípé gbogbo ọ́fíìsì àjọ náà ní tìbútòrò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ló wà ní ṣíṣílẹ̀ fétò ọ̀hún. àwọn afurasí agbébọn ya wọ ilé ìjọsìn tó jẹ́ olóòlù ìjọba àbílẹ̀ ìlẹ́jẹ̀ méje ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣekú pa onísọjí lẹ́yìn tí àwọn ènìyàn mọ̀ sí Àrẹ̀gbẹ́ tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn sì fi ara pa nígbàtí àwọn olùgbé agbègbè náà lẹ́yìn tí a kò mọ oyè wọn sì di jíjí kó lọ. èsì fi léde wípé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ló wáyé lásìkò ìṣọjí ní alẹ́ àná. ẹni tí í ṣe alága ìjọba àbílẹ̀ ìlẹ́jẹ̀ méje Fáyọ̀sì Àlàbá fìdí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà múlẹ̀ títí di àsìkò lẹ́yìn tán kó èsì ìròyìn ìjọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ààbò kò tí ì fèsì léde lórí ìkọlù náà. nínú ìròyìn